Starting. Hello, I am live here with Hagar, one of my subscribers, and she also has a channel. And I think did we meet on Tree of Logic's channel? I think
So.
Yeah, I mean maybe it might have been ABL's channel, but I feel like it was Tree's. Are you also on ABL's channel?
Yeah.
Yes, so we both subscribe to Tree of Logic and Anthony Bryan Logan. So how are you doing? Are
I'm doing pretty well.
You keeping up with the Tommy Robinson stuff?
No, I haven't gotten into that yet. But I've been too busy with things to look at news.
So they arrested you know who Tommy Robinson is though, right?
Yes, he's me.
So
I love him.
Yeah. He's British and he covers the pedophilia problem in the UK that don't talk about it.
Yeah.
There's no problem. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's no problem. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
It's nothing wrong. Everything is fine.
Yeah, exactly. You can't talk about that. That's racist. Even though, Islam isn't a race. Asians. They're not Islamists. They're Asians.
Asian
gangs. That's what they call it in the British media. They call them Asian. They probably have here in the US we have the Associated Press. So what they do is everybody who is like the quote unquote real press according to like the left and people who are asleep, because people who are asleep, like they don't really, so that's how they like take over. So these people, the Associated Press people, they basically say what the journalists can and can't say.
Yeah.
Here in the US. So I don't know. I guess they probably have something similar in the UK. I've been calling it United Fascist Kingdom. So, and also, are you following the Candace drama? I don't know where you stand on that. If you want to talk about that a little.
Something new happened to her?
No, just like Tree did another video and now a whole bunch of people are defending her.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. I think what's different though is last time pretty much like all of the black YouTubers sided with Tree, and this time a lot of the black YouTubers are coming out against Tree. So
very strange. Very strange.
So what do you think of the whole Candace thing?
A part of me, I guess, I feel like I'm kind of torn because there's this really tiny part of me that thinks, well, maybe nothing's wrong and she really is a conservative. But that part is so small and it's dying and it keeps It's in the grave.
Excuse me, I was laughing really hard.
The longer this goes on, the more I think she's just a really good con artist.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do.
Yeah.
Like one of my commenters pointed out, when she was dealing with the left, she was like, hate speech. We got to stop the hate speech. And then when she came over to the right, she was like, it was just an anti-bullying thing.
Yeah. It was like a full 360. That's not normal.
And then she said, oh, I've been really honest about it. Like, no, you didn't come on the conservative interview shows and tell them, I was starting up a site where we were, targeting people for hate speech. No, you called it an anti-bullying site.
Yeah.
She didn't use the term hate speech when she was talking to the conservatives because she knew. I'm sure Mike Cernovich taught her. Well, nobody has. I don't think we have proof of this, but there was a conversation where he and her were talking back like in 2016 when all of the stuff blew up that April. And they were talking and he was like, oh, I've got some ideas for you. And she, oh, what is it? And then like the whole I'm not sure exactly if that's the exchange, but there was some sort of exchange like that. And then the conversation dropped off to where like it was obvious that it went to private message.
Whoa.
And yeah. Like, yeah. So I wonder if I'm streaming better this time.
Think so.
You think so?
Let me refresh because I wanted to open it to make sure everything was fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything. Oh wait, I think there's maybe a little buffering.
I think it's better though than the last time.
Yeah.
Because I was using OBS. So, and this time I'm just using I'm using the regular Google Hangouts to live stream. So, normally like if you have a Hangouts online, you can't actually start another one, but I think the reason why I was able to open this live stream while actually still being in the other one was that the other one was a live stream through OBS. And this is a live stream through Google Chat. Oh, look, people are on. Lots and lots of people on. It's our ASMR. Falcon Eyes yesterday. Oh, wow. Brittany. So.
I'm continuing some more really. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I was like, making weird sounds.
Yeah. So let me. There we go. All right. Do the thing where I put the chat next to our chat. So basically, yeah, we were talking about Candace and we were talking about Tommy Robinson. Does anybody else have any topics? Anybody in the chat have any topics that you want us to talk about? Balkan Eyes yesterday is listening to a Layute. Did you know that's the musical way to pronounce it? Like when I was in choir in high school and we would have to sing like for like a Christmas concert. And there was one song in particular that had the word lute in it. It was like lute and harp. And we had to say Layute. And the alt-right people in the chat are going to love this. Also, when we ever had a word that was WH, we had to pronounce it hua as opposed to wa. So what and white, you know, because everybody loves that because of Jared Taylor because he actually speaks his English that way. So
I didn't hear anyone else say white until tree.
Oh, really? No, Jared Taylor says that. Jared Taylor, when he says white, he says white. So, yeah, and a lot of people do that, like, to kind of, like, because everybody thinks it's interesting the way he does that. And I think a lot of people probably hadn't heard it until Jared Taylor. But I was actually trained to do that in chorus when I was in high school. But my music teacher was a commie, so I didn't know it at the time, but now I know. Now that I know all about politics, I actually know that like my music teacher, based on like his little side comments, he used to comment a lot promoting South Africa becoming free, and it's like I mean, maybe he was just like mind fucked by the media. But I mean, like, I didn't know until a few months ago that, like, when they wanted to destroy apartheid, what they really meant was make it communist. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, did they really have to, like, go together? Couldn't they have destroyed apartheid without, you know, becoming communist?
Capitalist is too Western to them.
I guess. I don't know.
I think a lot of African countries have this weird thing with socialism and communism, really.
Well, I mean, the idea in the US behind the communism is that they want to destroy the system that we have now.
Yeah.
Just go to a communist country. Like, stop trying to fuck up our country. Like, isn't it easier for you personally to just pick up and leave and go to a communist country?
They know it's terrible there.
So, yeah. So,
oh,
forte or on your plate, so to speak.
I only caught half of what you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this better? Maybe because I wasn't sitting near the mic. So what is one of the like recent news stories that you do know about?
Oh man, school got me away. I feel like a normie again. I used to know so much.
Oh, are you a college student and in finals right now, or?
No, I'm high school.
Wow! I didn't even realize you were that young.
I guess I'm 18. I just
okay.
So graduation's gonna be this Friday. So
wow, yeah. So, but then I was correct to say that like the reason why you're not caught up on news is because you've been studying for final exams.
Yeah.
So somebody said, a minor. Nope, she's 18.
I'm a grown up.
Yes, sort of.
Don't treat this happens everywhere I go. I'm the youngest.
Well, I mean, 18, yeah. I mean, for when I was younger, is like I would always be the youngest. Now I'm like the oldest everywhere I go. So
that means you're the wisest.
I am the wise old lady. I mean, sometimes people are older than me, but a lot of times I'm the oldest person wherever I go.
Oh.
So now you're caught up on the whole Tommy Robinson thing. How about you, chat? Chat, what do you guys think about Tommy Robinson being arrested? What are your thoughts? Any thoughts about Tommy Robinson, chat, or any thoughts about Candace Owens?
With the Tommy Robinson thing, I heard from somebody in some chat that he had been released. Is that true?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. He was able to speak to his wife, but I think he's still in jail, prison.
Is it a Muslim prison?
What do you mean?
Is it filled with Muslims?
Oh, the prison? Yeah. Yeah. He may not come out alive. That's why a lot of people are very concerned. I mean, it's also the UK going to a new level. I don't know about you, but it's like, well, yeah, because you learned a completely different history than I learned because I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and then you would have grown up after that.
Oh, gosh.
Right? What? Yeah, you would have been born in 2000 if you're 18 years old. Probably.
1999.
Or 99, okay. So that was the year Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera both came on the scene. I remember 99 very well. That was when I was in basic training, and then I went to my job training. And it was like both of them came out while I was in basic training, and I went to my job training. which was much more relaxed. And we had a lounge in our barracks, like one lounge on the ground floor. And there was a TV that occasionally when we were off duty, we could watch it. And so I'd watch like MTV. And all of a sudden, like, both of these people were on the scene. I'm like, all this music came out while I was in basic. So I skipped 9/11. Oh, no, you skipped 9/11. Wait, yeah. Well, sort of. You would have been too young to really, you know. You were alive, but you were too young to really, like, have it mean anything to you.
I was born 11 days after 9/11.
Oh, in 99, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were like, when the actual 9/11 happened. So you were probably already able to walk, and
I hope so. I have this I have this weird fear that I was a retarded baby, but I think I was smart.
I don't know, ask your parents.
They dropped me a lot. You know, stories about me being dropped.
I don't know. You don't want to say that like publicly. You know, like next thing you know, like you get in an argument with somebody and they'd be like, "Yeah, I heard you were dropped as a baby." That's why you have those conservative views. It's because you were dropped as a baby.
Well, it was my liberal father that dropped me.
Oh, nice. That's a good comeback. I like that. Although I don't call them liberals, I call them leftists because, you know, they're not really all that liberal. Guess you haven't noticed. They're pretty, you know, psychotic and fascist. I got into it today with a leftist, and they're like, yeah, the right are fascists, and they want to kick everyone out of this country who isn't white. It's like, nobody thinks that. Like, a couple spurks from 4chan say that, but I don't think the people, even the spurks from 4chan who say that, I bet they don't even think that.
Yeah. Just joking around. They don't really mean it.
But, like, for the most part, like, you know, conservatives don't say that. And the alt-right isn't the conservative movement. But even, like, amongst the alt-right, most people, like, wouldn't take things that far. Mostly the people just want, like, to stop immigration and maybe to just be able to have white people immigrate in, especially things like the South Africans who are facing like all these problems.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see the stuff that Lauren Southern put out about that?
Oh, I was afraid because I was afraid it'd be graphic.
Yeah, maybe it was hard to watch. It really was.
Yeah.
So,
it just really
lol, babby.
It kind of confuses me with the South African thing because I just don't understand why they have to do those people.
Power. They want to take the country, and they don't see what's probably going to happen. Like what happened with Zimbabwe, Rhodesia, I think you could call them either. They kicked the white farmers out and took their land, and apparently they're not like able to make stuff grow on the land very well. So then my understanding is they've been asking people to come back. And it's like, well, what do you want them to do? Come back from the grave? Didn't you kill most of them?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the ones that like left there and went to South Africa, but I mean, you know, and South Africa is basically headed in the same direction. And the thing is, #NotAll, it's actually not all the blacks there. I watched an interview with various people from the country, and Of course, all the whites were like pro-white in South Africa at this point.
Yeah.
And that actually didn't used to be the case. It's similar to like how we have here. You know, you used to have people who would like make excuses for it, and now everybody's getting killed. So,
yeah.
But you know, I mean, it's like I don't think anybody really in America wants to like kill non-whites. You know, not anybody who could really make it happen.
Yeah.
But you know, you have these people who think that, you have a media, you have all these organizations that say that. So So what's your favorite topic to cover on your channel?
I think looking Whoa, I thought I just saw a giant spider. I'm sorry. But I'd say maybe race. I'm not sure if I talk about the most, but that's the one I guess I'm interested in the most and like the most.
So tell me about some of your videos that you've made for that.
Well, I guess, mostly, man, I haven't made a video in so long. I gotta look at my own channel to figure out what
you gotta, now that you finished school for the summer, you gotta make some videos.
Yeah, I've been trying to work on some animation to make it interesting.
Oh, I don't know. Do you like my videos?
Yeah, I do. I watch them when I can.
So, I mean, I don't really use a lot of animation, but I try to just keep to interesting topics.
Yeah.
I feel like people do so much editing that they put out less content. I mean, some people. So,
yeah.
I mean, I moved to actually, originally I was editing all my videos, and then I moved to making my videos in OBS. So it basically just, it would be like screen recording. And let's talk about mental illness. What is it really? One of our commenters, Balkanized yesterday, said that. What do you think? Is it really? I mean, it's an illness of the brain, but
I just
know it depends on the mental illness too.
I was gonna be really blunt about it.
Go for it.
It's just one of those genetic fudge ups that's sad.
Yeah. You can curse too. Like, I don't always curse, but I mean, I don't care. I tend to curse a lot in live streams because, like, most other channels, people don't care. The only reason why I really have tried to not curse in a lot of videos was because at one point I was, like, sort of selling my channel to Orthodox Jews, like, on Facebook, like, Orthodox Jews who are into politics. And Orthodox Jews tend not to like cursing, but I don't know. It's funny because they'll be like, oh, it's not dignified, and then you'll see them like whining and stuff. I mean, not every hashtag, not all, but I've seen it happen.
Orthodox Jews are the funny Jews. Either. They're the best.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Actually, secular Jews, I think, are funnier than Orthodox Jews. Just came in. What are the topics? Vote Red November. Hey, Vote Red in November. You're also on Anthony Brian Logan's channel, correct? I think there should be different phrases for mental and chemical forms of mental illness.
Probably.
I'm not sure what that means.
I've never heard of
chemical forms of mental. I mean, mental illness and chemical mental illness?
By chemical mental illness, does he mean Mad Hatter syndrome?
I don't know. Mental illness is the new PC term for evil. Oh, they don't call you trolls for nothing.
I just immediately thought of a serial killer when he said that.
So, yeah, we've been skipping around topics, Vote Red in November. So we were talking about Candace Owens and Tommy Robinson, and then just kind of like brainlessly going from topic to topic. Things caused by the environment versus things caused by chemical reactions in the brain.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. I mean, what else has been going on? Oh, I think the big thing when I opened up my YouTube feed today, everybody is talking about the whole thing with Roseanne. Apparently, she got into it on Twitter and like said something about like monkeys that like sounded racist, and so now they canceled her show.
I've been wanting to find those actual tweets because I want to know what she actually said. Because I'm not just going to take her word for it. That's racist.
Well, the videos that covered, I think, actually show like the actual treat. I can't talk. That's all, folks. The actual tweet. Did you say something about monkey? More money will be spent to study people that have done evil than will be spent to protect the innocent. Wouldn't surprise me, troller trolls.
That's cryptic, but it's true.
Shantoya Carter says that's racist.
Yes, racist.
As racist as a watermelon?
Yes. They still delicious.
Racist as a bucket of KFC?
Not that good.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, Hagar is actually are we even allowed to call you guys black anymore? I know Tree hates the term African American because it's like she's never been to Africa. Like I think Al Sharpton was the one who even came up with that and like just pushed it.
Yeah.
It's like and all the conservative blacks pretty much say like I'm black, don't call me African American. So
I kind of like the word Negro, really, more than black.
Oh, there was something that came out at one point. Somebody like bought like an eyeliner or something, and it said like Black Negro Noir, and they like went on the like SJW forums and they were like, it's so racist, da, 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 da. And it's like, you dingbat, like that's Spanish.
I bet there will come a point in time when black people will just be called noirs.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's probably. Well, no, they did just come up with a new name for them, which is
people of color.
I mean, I hope it's not too offensive, but like, how do you feel about like, the whole new thing where they call black people of color, but then they did it so that they can basically lump all the minorities in with you?
Oh, that's what I kept thinking about it. One of my classmates in class, and I almost got angry because I'm like, you're putting every black person, because I know she was talking about black people, in this one group with Chinese people, anyone who isn't white. I kind of think if you could probably, I mean, if you get in a debate with someone about it and they're an SJW, you could probably turn around and say they're being racist because they're putting everyone in a group just because they aren't white.
Maybe it's some kind of like cultural appropriation or something.
Yeah.
If everything is racist, nothing is racist. Vote Red in November said that. So is this some racist white channel? Shantoya Carter, didn't I find you on or didn't you find me on Luke Ford's channel? Which kind of, I've never been here. I just got here and they talking about monkeys and makeup. I am not.
We're allowed to make fun of ourselves. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not technically black. Although I'm probably blacker than Candace Owens.
We're all black here.
Oh yeah, because like when Bill De Blasio was running for mayor, he had this thing. He was like, "We are all Muslim," so
we're all black.
Like if Bill De Blasio can like be "We are all" and pick up something else, actually, well, he might be Muslim. Who knows? I can't stand Bill De Blasio.
He made me so upset. I just stopped looking at news about him.
Do you live around here, don't you? Or do you live around me, like on the East Coast at all? Or
I'm in Detroit.
Oh yeah.
We're a sad
did
place.
know that. Yeah, I feel like I was talking to somebody from the Detroit area recently, but I can't think who. Oh, I know who. It's the crazy Jewish guy, Duvid.
He's crazy?
A little bit. Yeah, he's on he used to be on Luke Ford's channel, and Luke Ford like banned him. So now Brundlefly and Babylonian Hebrew are two guys who have gone on Luke Ford's channel, and they have their own channels. So he goes on those two channels, and I think like half the people in chat are from like that cluster of 3 channels. Like Balkanize yesterday comes from the Luke Ford cluster. Spiffy found my channel or I found Spiffy, I'm not sure which, very early on. So Spiffy was with me like towards the beginning.
There you go.
Non-Wyatt, I don't know who that is. Oh, they said, oh, Duvid. Yeah, it's Duvid with 4 O's in it.
Duvid! I wanted to say an old man voice.
I'm like, wait, what? Did somebody join the chat? Because remember, like, the last time you and I were on a live stream, I had put the hangout in the stream, and then like it got pushed up, and that one guy, like, he found the hangout link from the inside of the stream, and he so a non-Wyatt says he found me on Luke Ford show. Spiffy says I was his first channel. Oh wow, that's so cool. But where did I find you, Spiffy? Did I find you on Facebook or something? How was I your first channel? That's so cool. I think he was one of my very, very early subscribers. So, and then yeah, he was subscribed to me before I did a live stream with Elecia, who's here in the chat. Hi, Elecia. Hey, Elecia, do you want to jump on? I could actually send you the link if you feel like jumping on.
Elecia.
So Elecia specializes in first political channel, Spiffy says. Oh, so I must have found or Spiffy found me, or I found Spiffy, but like, so that's really cool because my channel was super small when Spiffy started commenting on my stuff. I think it was like within my first like 10 videos. So Balkanize yesterday says it's a shame the Spanish Empire fell, lost without it. This is political. Well, not today. It's not really. Well, a little bit. I mean, like, I do political stuff, Shantoya.
We've been kind of just messing around.
Yeah, we've kind of like jumping from topic to topic. Sounds like some racist Becky.
I'm not Becky. I'm colored.
Alicia wants to come in. Maybe that'll make it a little more interesting. Oh, wait, not there.
Get to meet a new person.
Let me. Here. Yeah, there's some people. I won't be putting the link in the chat anymore. Troller Trolls found me from the E.T. Williams videos that I made. Shantoya Carter says I sound like a Becky. And Anon White says it's okay to be colored. They're doing a play on it's okay to be white, you know.
She might be me.
That.
I've been told I sound white, so I don't know.
Becky?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was when Elecia comes on, she can tell us all about her channel.
Well, yay.
So it's running really slowly. Compose new.
Oof.
I found Elecia from her one of her videos about Sansara Taylor. Do you know who Sansara Taylor is?
I feel like I do, but I probably don't. So I've just probably heard the name.
Yeah, so she was on Tucker Carlson, and she's this like crazy communist, similar to
is she that one with the big eyes?
I think you're thinking of Falarka.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, Sansara Taylor she's with Refused Fascism, aka Revcom.
Oh.
So, okay, Elecia, I sent you the link. Come on in. Oh, no wonders why everything's acting choky. I still have OBS open. Ooh, there. That should help. Okay, I sent it to you Gmail. I sent it to your Gmail.
Gmail is the way.
Yeah.
It's light.
To your Gmail, Elecia. I sent it to your Gmail. Okay, bye, Balkanize.
We love you, Balkanize. Stay Balkanizing.
Spiffy says you totally could be a Becky or an Annabeth. I could see you with a Texan or an Alabama
accent.
Alabama accent. Okay, y'all. Spiffy Gonzalez.
We be going south. It'll be all right.
Spiffy Gonzalez, do you live in that there Texas?
Spiffy Gonzalez, come here. We're gonna go bar hunting, fly fishing.
That says soda instead of pop.
That's weird. Dang Yankees. Don't know how.
Oh yeah, you're also from a Great Lakes area. Now you just sound ghetto. I used to live in Texas, Spiffy. I lived for like a year. I lived in San Antonio. So
I heard everything is bigger in Texas. Is that true?
No.
Oh.
Just the state. Great Lakes is the best. Oh, Anon, what? Do you also live in the Great Lakes area? I grew up around Buffalo, so I still say pop. I lived in Lame, Texas. Yeah.
I've always said soda.
Really?
I never understood why people call it pop.
Because the little bubbles, what do? They come to the surface and they go pop, 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 pop.
That's cute.
So now that Elecia is here.
Yay!
Elecia, I don't know if you know Hagar. So meet Hagar.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm nervous.
But are you well?
So
what are we talking about?
Elecia, do you want to tell everybody about your channel? All the stuff.
Oh, we're talking about my channel? Oh, that's
tell everybody about your channel, yeah.
So my channel focuses on brainwashing and protecting children from the evil predators of this vile, sick world. You know, because I guess if when you look deep enough, the sickest perverted dicks of the world like to promote communism and socialism because it separates children from their parents and makes them free reign. Yay!
I know, like yay, not yay.
Yay!
Sad yay. It's a sad yay.
It is actually.
Yeah, that actually, when I hear you say that, it reminds me of myself when I did my video, Antifa as an umbrella. And at one point I was talking about how the one group I was like, and this group wants to burn down America. I'm like, yay! And I'm like, it's not good. It's not good, or something like that.
It's so true, though, isn't it? Collectives turn nasty and ugly too often.
Absolutely.
I wonder why, though. Why?
Their body rejects what their mind believes.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's just.
Well, the higher up, the whole goal is to destroy America. But I think a lot of the underlings actually think that they're being benevolent.
Probably.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
which is just beyond messed up, isn't it?
I mean, like if I got into it today with someone, I was discussing politics with someone. I knew the person looked like a leftist, but anyway, when it came to politics, and it was like, and the right are fascists because they want to kick out all the non-whites. It's like, no, nobody wants to do that. Like,
it's so tragic.
And it's like, so what we normally deal with from the other side, you know, this accusation that we're fascists, you know, like that's what they tell them. Hey Hagar, did you see Ryu says may the meat be with you?
Meat is the way. Meat is the life.
So,
well, what's funny is I don't even think they understand fascism, because fascism is hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think the fascists are fascists anymore. I mean, nobody like commits to anything anymore.
I don't know. I've been calling the UK the United Fascist Kingdom.
Oh yeah, for freedom of speech.
You heard about the Tommy stuff, right?
Oh God, yes. It's tragic. It's disgusting. I don't know how they can even. I mean, I get it. They've never been. But I mean, at least they were pretending to be free for a while. That shit just lately with the free speech crap, it's like, what the hell? Welcome to the new Spanish Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me think, like, when I was a kid, you know, I started to say this and I got distracted earlier. So when I was a kid growing up, they basically, you know, they taught us all about the history where we broke away from the UK because they were horrible and they only had a monarchy, and like we wanted this representative government. And I don't know if they taught us this in school or if I just picked it up somewhere else, but I came away with the impression that, like, oh, now they have a representative government and, like, you know, now they're free like we are, but, you know, we left first and we were free first. But I mean, if that was ever true, it's certainly not true anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, Freedom Work! Freedom Work, do you want to come on the stream?
Oh, boy.
The stuff that happens to Tommy is bad. The UK has really fallen. And I'm really scared because, like, what does it mean for the US? I mean, you know, I mean, the whole world is like falling around us. Hey, movement critic, Rodney.
Well, I feel like it can be one of two things. Like either we go in the same direction and become worse, or we just see it as another sign that we shouldn't do that and just keep on red pilling America.
That's probably right. That's probably right. The more failure that we see outside of our realm, the better we are, because then the truth becomes more relevant. It's harder to fight the past, no matter how much information you have. So if you have something happening right now and you see it right now, it's easier to fight. And I think a lot of people are right now, because of Tommy, seeing just how important freedom of speech really is.
Yes.
And it's funny. Well, it's funny that you're on the stream and we're talking about Tommy, because, you know, I mean, like, pedophilia is kind of like your specialty a little bit. I mean,
hell yeah. And all he's doing is reporting on the goddamn pedophile rings. It pisses me off.
Those doggone Asians.
Those gosh darn Asians. But seriously, and I was trying to figure it out because I watch Seek Network, and they do the same kind of thing. And so I'm trying to understand why Tommy was arrested, but I watched almost identical information from the Seek Network, and they weren't arrested. So I'm confused and befuddled. And
are you really that confused? Do I have to spell it out for you? Tommy was arrested for reporting while white.
That's what horrifies me, if that is in fact the truth, because all things say it is the truth. And how did we get to this truth? How did we get to the fact that you're an enemy in your own country? You know? It's messed up. It's just it is messed up. It's because that's what the facts lead to and everything. So what do you do? I mean, what do you do when you see that your kind isn't welcome in your own home? It's like inviting a guest into your house, and then pretty soon you're the one that's kicked out, and you're like, oh, great, wonderful.
Well, that's exactly what it's like.
It's tragic. Because we have nowhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like, I hate to say this, but I think eventually, like, all of the white countries are gonna fall, and, you know, we're all gonna be gone. I mean, I hope that, like, we can last long enough for I hope we can last long enough that, like, I can die before it happens.
That's my hope. If it ever does happen, I'll be in the grave, already gone.
Well, you're lucky because you're black, so you could just, like, pretend. What, conservative? I was never conservative. Nope. I'm black. You have to give me the black card.
That is true.
But I mean, I'm sure you still don't want to live under, like, a leftist world.
Oh gosh, no.
I mean, that's the thing, is none of us want to live in a leftist world. This is why I'm moving to the moon. I mean, we may all have to move to, like, Antarctica or something. Like,
Antarctica can't be so bad. It's just cold.
If the Jews come with us, they'll be able to figure out, like, how to create electricity there and everything.
The Jews are our last hope.
Well, I mean, we need their brains.
The star in the blackened sky.
I mean, all the good technology and everything, like, comes from Jews. Really. like all of these like medicines and like pacemakers and all these hoogamajiggis, like medical hoomajiggies that like, you know, get placed inside people or get used for operations that are like more modern. All of this stuff. Well, not all of it, but Jews have invented like a huge chunk of it. They've invented most of what goes into a cell phone. So,
well, then we gotta plug all the other nations. One of the best inventions of all times was by a black man, and
which
that's
is this?
it is the stitching of the heart in young babies so that the heart can grow without the heart exploding, which I find quite important. So,
Oh wow, this is fascinating. I did not know.
Throwing it out there. Yeah. Black man.
Learn that. I'll be your new black surgeon.
No, I'm serious. It was overlooked by all the doctors. They kept, they got into the entire routine of it. And this beautiful black man that couldn't be a doctor because it wasn't allowed at the time. He worked on animals, and he really did want to figure out a way to stitch up a heart so that it could still grow. And if you think about how difficult that is, because you're not only sealing a wound, you're allowing for the wound to grow with the patient. It's quite amazing. It's quite amazing.
I'll have to look into it. Sounds pretty fascinating.
It is. It is. I'll stand by and I'll get you the doctor's name. Well, he wasn't a doctor, but they gave him an honorary degree, like, dude, you should like be able to pass the midterms and shit with that stuff. Hold on. Stitching. I'll give you another fun thing. A lot of people like to talk about women not inventing anything important, right? You'll see that in MGTOW a lot.
Yeah.
A woman invented Kevlar. And I want you to think about how important Kevlar is, because it's a defense and it can fight off bullets. So just throwing it out there. I think, some great things have been achieved with protection.
Yeah, Kevlar. I mean, for those who don't know this, I'm actually prior service, and Kevlar is basically the hardened plastic that they use for like bulletproof vests, or in the army, it's your helmet. And before that, I think they had like a steel helmet. So the weight really got reduced when they were able to change over to the Kevlar, because it's much more lightweight, but it has just as much protection factor to it.
Yeah, it's a brilliant invention by women. So don't forget that, women, because MGTOW likes to do it. So the man's name is Vivian Thomas, VivienthOmas. Very important man. So got to throw it out there. I think when you really study history and you study all of these survival things, you'll find that it seems to be that if you take greed out of the equation, and you should, that the best inventions do come by way of trying to protect versus trying to destroy. We know that one of the greatest inventions was by a Jew. Yes, by a Jew. He was able to synthesize ammonia out of the air, thus making crop growth. He's basically fed the world. He did that just before World War II. And then the poor bastard was recruited and invented mustard gas, and then killed subsequently a lot of people. But I like to remember him as being the man that fed the world. because that's how it is.
Mustard seeds to mustard gas.
Yeah, it's kind of prophetic if you think about it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I have no idea what's happening in this chat. I don't think we do either, Gerard.
I know. I'm sorry. They shouldn't have invited me because then they're like, "What's your channel about?" My channel's about protecting the children and promoting people to invent shit that helps people, and glorifying this. So it's a good thing. It's a good.
And by the way, yeah, if anybody wants to find her channel, Norvin wants to come on.
Who's
Oh, Norvin is from Luke Ford's channel. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he likes black people very much. Things could get really messy in here.
You mean he ain't aight?
I think so, yeah.
When things like that happen, I want to do what's wrong just to see what happens.
Oh, you want to? Okay.
No, it's gonna mess up everything. I just know it.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, just
Shall
mute it.
return.
Okay. Oh. Freedom wants to be let in. I feel so lonely. All of a sudden.
Freedom will school that. Like all of a sudden Freedom work is like, yeah. Well, he was riding to work. I guess he maybe got to work now.
No.
No?
Tell me more about Narvin.
Huh?
What's Narvin like?
I don't know if I've ever been on a stream with him. I must have been on a stream with him once or twice. The thing is, Luke Ford's channel, at least when I'm on there, even though most of the people are like white nationalists, all right, like we don't really talk about that stuff. We talk about things like the breakdown of the family and stuff that like really conservative and alt-right are in agreement on, you know, as opposed to some channels where, you know, they have people chatting and everything is like, you know, gas the K's and stuff.
It's all about them Jews.
Exactly. I know, like Trio is them Jews. Like the dog barking at the moon kind of thing. I probably sound ridiculous.
You sound like her though, so it's a good impression.
Shut it down! The goyim no!
Norman lives around a lot of black people. I knew an alt-righter who grew up with a lot of black people.
Well,
he didn't like Jews.
Like, black conservatives are not like regular black people. I mean, you as a black conservative probably consider like you probably don't like, you know, most other black people. Like Tree doesn't.
That is true. And it's funny sometimes when I know my boyfriend, he's black, but he grew up around white people. He doesn't really get it when I talk bad about black people because he doesn't know what they're like.
So he's like a male Candace Owens, except he's not trying to be famous.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah,
but he's not a lying doxer.
Yes. I mean, yeah. Talking about Candace Owens, I mean, like I've made 2 videos recently about her because I'm doing this series. I don't know if you've seen these videos, and I'm calling the series Candace Owens Layer Pants on Fire. So, and like I covered in the introduction, I covered all the different things that I was going to cover, and then the last video was like, who does she make fun of or something like that, or who does she attack? That's what it was. So I talked about like how she has Tree's dots and how she called Tree a crackhead and how she called us all bottom feeders. I mean, she didn't just pick on Tree. She didn't just like she basically picked on everybody.
Every conservative didn't.
And then in that Ruben thing, she was always like, she even asked Blair at one point, she was, how many subs do you have? Just 100,000, right? Like you could tell she had a huge ego. She probably and she probably has I mean her subscribers on YouTube, a large portion of them really could be like, you know, not troll accounts, but like bots or something, because they can do that. You can buy subscribers.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
So Gerard Perry says, guys. He's doing that's the Dave Rubin impression. Like, let me do my impression of Dave Rubin during the debate. Guys. Guys. Come on. Guys. The whole time. I think that's all he says.
Lil Dave was struggling.
So, where did I put it? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Snooze, you lose.
I have a question, but I feel like it's really dumb.
No, ask. Ask.
Okay. When the alt-right talk about Jews, I can't tell if they mean religious Jews or just Jews who are ethnically Jewish. So which one is it?
I don't think it makes a difference to them. I think they mean all Jews. Both.
Yeah, because I think that's a big problem, because they're talking about ethnic Jews. Then they're saying the person's race is the problem, not their ideology. And that can be applied to other groups of people, which is what the left does to whites, saying they all are the problem, regardless of what they think. So, I mean, yeah. It's like, I've always wanted to talk to one who felt that way so I can help him see how that could be turned around and how it doesn't really make sense.
Spiffy Gonzalez says they're talking about Zionists. But Spiffy, how do you define Zionist? Because I'm willing to bet, Spiffy, that you define Zionist differently than others. Like, for example, I consider myself a Zionist because I support Israel existing. Like, you know, if it's no skin off my nose, I'll buy Israeli products. Like, a lot of times I eat peanut butter and chocolate spread on rice cakes. So they have an Israeli chocolate spread. So I try to buy the Israeli version of the chocolate spread.
That's instead cool. I buy Jewish orange juice.
Oh, cool. The Jewish orange juice isn't that good, though.
I found out when I was older it was Jewish because it wasn't on purpose.
The Jewish orange juice isn't even that good. Most Jews drink Tropicana. Tropicana is Minute Maid. I don't think Minute Maid is kosher.
Shouldn't you just drink pure juice? You know, you buy the oranges and do it yourself, right? No,
I don't do things that are good for me often in the food department.
Well, they found if you just do a little bit, you'll be good.
I actually want to address what Spiffy said. So I asked like Spiffy, like, what does he mean by Zionist? And he says, hell if I know. They believe there's a select group of Jews that are Zionists and there's some global conspiracy. So globalist elite Jews are not necessarily Zionists. Zionist means that someone supports the creation and continued existence of Israel. So that's most Jews on the political right. The leftist Jews are out there protesting on behalf of the Palestinians.
Yeah.
So we should specify. Basically, Zionist means you pick Jews over Palestinians. Even though Palestine was never really a country. And when it was a Jewish country. Yeah, I mean, when Great Britain held that area before it was Israel, it was called the British Mandate for Palestine.
That's a great question. Are you Ashkenazi Jew?
I am Ashkenazi.
What percentage? What percentage?
Oh. Well, Ashkenazi just means like that's like a white Jewish ancestry as opposed to like a colored Jewish ancestry. There's 3 answers to that question. So you can be Ashkenazi, you can be Mizrahi, or you can be Sephardic.
I think some of my ancestors were Ashkenazi Jews.
I think those are actually her grandkids, Spiffy.
Oh.
Spiffy says Elecia is taking care of her
I know.
kids.
I should probably go because they're getting loud. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so hard for me because I have so many, like, I'm living the real dream of actually going forth and procreating. And when you go forth and procreate, it means that it's hard to do live streams.
Well, we tried.
I know, but I do appreciate, I haven't talked to you enough, Analytical Chick. I'm still trying to get used to Discord because it's cool. It's really cool. I like it because it's like you have your own group. So I'm going to bow out because the kids are getting so loud, but I just wanted to pop on because we haven't talked.
Yeah. All right. Until another time. Maybe next time we'll stream it after like late when the kids are in bed. For those who don't know, she's out on the West Coast, so
I know. It's just when they get loud.
It's 11:40 by me, but I think it's like what 9:40 there, right? 9:40 or
yeah. This is bedtime, so that's when they get really loud, and we have to go, rein them in like cattle. So, all right. Thank you guys. Thanks for inviting me for a few moments. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.
It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you as well. Have a good night, and don't forget to look up Vivian.
I won't.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
So that was Elecia Clegg, and you could totally look up her channel. Her videos are nice and serious, and she covers all of this like child, mostly stuff that deals with children. Sometimes it's just regular like mind control. I like to say mind fuck though. So I don't think she curses in her videos though. So yes. Anybody else have any topics? Link in the description. I will put the link in the description when we're done streaming.
I feel like I have to go pee, but I don't want to.
Oh, I mean, well, it might be time to finish the stream. We've been going for a little while now.
It's only been 1 hour. Oh man, I remember when I used to go on my friends' live streams. They had streams for 8 hours. They were
Oh, Ryu wants to talk about the Tommy thing. What do you want to like? You can what you call it? Mute your stream and your version. You can mute yourself and go to the other room and then come back and unmute yourself when you're done. Oh, Gerard, are you watching the series on X17 Apologetics? Oh, backpack, magic backpack.
Unlimitedly Mac attack backpack. With the stack reacts, I'm like a maniac. With the stack of facts to keep you on the track.
That's exactly how it goes. Are you also watching the series?
No, I just know how to sing like a 1980s power rapper.
Yeah, it like looks like a kid's show to me, but yeah, Islamicize Me is what it's called. I couldn't think of the name of it. He's doing a series for Ramadan called Islamicize Me, and every day they are going out and they're like trying out like this different stuff. Like one of the shows was called Urine something. Urine Lock, but urine with like P. It was spelled like P instead of and it was about like how they can drink camel piss.
Oh, what did I click on? Oof.
Oh, Negation F apparently just got here. Do you want to come on the stream, Negation? Anybody want to come on the stream? Anybody?
Anyone want to join us? Anyone want us to come to our darkness? Anyone want to fall under
a conversation for two people? We need a third and a fourth. So somebody says that Ryu says the Tommy thing is serious. So yeah, let's talk about Tommy again.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to mute and use the other room, but I mean, I think everybody knows now that Tommy was in the middle of streaming and they came up to him. Yeah, they came up to him. And at first he's just like, nah, just doing the media, mate. And he didn't like show the cops. So I just thought it was like regular hecklers.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, you know, they start like arresting him. And, you know, you realize that those were cops that he was telling that to. So
yeah.
He says, George, get me a solicitor. And I saw an interview with George on Lauren Southern's channel. And apparently George and his people like just had a lot of trouble going around trying to find Tommy. And somebody was like watching the court dockets on TV on a website, and they like put Tommy on the docket, and this person like tweeted it out to George, and George like ran over to where, you know, he got there like just in time, because they basically like they put it on the docket and then like basically that was it. He was like going, which I'm guessing isn't normal. I'm guessing like they put you on the docket, like, you know, they give you a ticket or whatever, an appearance ticket probably, and probably somebody gets around to putting you on the docket later, but your ticket is probably for like 2-3 weeks from then. So yeah, he was forced to use a public solicitor. They call them solicitors in the UK. George, get me a solicitor.
I can't do a British accent.
Did that even sound like a British accent? I don't know if it did. Tommy? Yeah.
It sounded like an Irish person trying to do a British accent.
So Ryu says the Tommy thing is serious because they are literally attacking free speech in a global way. Plus, this can be the future of other Western countries if we don't get our shit together. Well said, Ryu. George and his people. That's reclaimed sexist. No idea what they did until I explained it out. Oh, wow. Okay. So, does anybody have any questions? We were also talking about Candace Owens earlier.
Yes.
And apparently people in the chat agree with us. You know, there's all these people making videos to like back her up. And there's not that many people who are, you know, out here backing up Tree. Like even the people that made videos that are supposedly critical of Candace, they were like Free to Speak and Amazing Lucas, and they weren't that critical.
Yeah.
So
we know who their real queen is.
yeah. I think a lot of the people are people who just came from the left, because you hear a lot of people saying like, well, I'm from the left, you know, are you going to kick me out next? Who are you going to kick out after Candace? And it's like, you know, it's not like we're just looking to kick someone out. Like,
Yeah.
we have legit about her, you know, and it's more than just the doxing site. They're acting like it's just the doxing site, and that, you know, since the site is down, we should just let the whole thing go. But it's been more than just that. Oh, Gerard says 15% of the prison population in the UK is, I think, Asian? Can't quite read that last word. I think it says
brown Asians. There's nothing wrong with them. Just brown Asians.
Yeah, exactly. It sucks that Tree isn't getting backed up, and that Candace or Kanye aren't getting the black votes. Yeah, that's the thing, is they really aren't getting people. But a lot of these, like, I called ABL show and he lied. Point blank, he lied, and he said that what you call it? He said that he has gotten letters from people saying that Candace had like red pilled them, basically. And it's like, well, why would they send letters to you?
How do they know his address?
Yeah,
Box or whatever.
I really think ABL is giving out like his real address. I gotta look into that.
I'm hoping he spoke and just meant messages.
Well,
but
it may be like a post office that he has, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Let us stream for tonight. I know we have 12 whole viewers. Well, maybe if I live stream more often, I'd have more viewers. Oh, guys, I have an interview coming up on Thursday. Ooh. I think it's like 8 or 9 o'clock. Just like watch my channel. But I have an interview on Thursday night with Justin Anti-Theist. And he does a lot of videos about like communism and BAM and that kind of thing, Antifa, and just dealing with their fuckery. So I have an interview with him on Thursday night. So definitely look for that. I forget what time he said he wanted to do. I think it was like, oh, you know what? I think it was 9 o'clock my time. I'm Eastern time. I think it was 6 Pacific, which is his time, or 9 Eastern, which is my time. So Gerard Perry says he actually knows who it is.
Well, ma.
Negation says where I'm at, it's pretty late at night. What time is it for you, Negation?
Is he in one of those European countries where it's 3 a.m. and
yeah,
and the Muslims are out there burning stuff and he's stuck inside?
Actually, I think it's early morning in the UK. I think it's almost 5 there because I think they're 5 hours ahead of me. So, and then most of Europe, like France and Spain, are 6 hours ahead, but I think that the UK is 5 hours. I'm getting tired, so that's another reason to end the stream. Where butter knives are banned.
Hey, you can get those things in your eyes. They ain't safe. Spoons aren't either. Utensils need to be reformed.
Nope. All right.
Forks are.
Call it a stream. Everybody, thanks so much for. Oh, do you want to send them to your channel too while we're here? Hagar?
Yes.
So she's Hagar the Forsaken. And you can just look her up.
Love me, people.
Next, they will ban butter and then toast. We need common sense, have reform, then jam.
Breakfast will never be the same.
I know, right? All right. So everybody, thanks so much for stopping by my channel. I will see you all next time.